So, Thelma, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. So, today we're going to be talking a little bit about you and your daughter Christy's hair care line. All
Yes.
natural, all healthy. And right now, of course, is definitely a good time, especially given the fact that a lot of people are trying to support more Black owned businesses. So, how has business been for you in these last couple weeks?
It's been really good. We've seen a spike in business because people do want to support Black owned businesses. You're totally right. And also, people are looking for a great hair care because people are paying attention. I think they're more cognizant of what they're actually putting on their hair, the ingredients.
Absolutely. And now give us a little
Increase.
bit of background about your hair care business and what is it called?
Okay, so the name of my company is called KT Beauty Boom. The K stands for Christy, the T stands for Thelma. So we're a mom and daughter team. I'm a board certified hair loss practitioner, and Christy's a chemistry major. We started the company because my mom was losing her hair to cancer, and cancer had taken everything from her. It had taken her taste buds, basically taken her emotions, taken her appetite, and it had taken her hair. She wanted her hair back. So we tried a lot of over the counter things. Nothing was really working. It kind of contradicted the chemo medicine, and she's also a diabetic. So my daughter was in school and she did some research on certain oils that it would help that didn't have side effects that would naturally regrow her hair. So within 7 months, she's actually on our IG page, KT Beauty Boom. You can see the before and after. So we're able to grow her hair back in 7 months.
Wow. And from that, what type of products do you use? Because I know a lot of people are looking into labels and looking at the ingredients that are in the labels. So, what type of products do you all use in your hair care line?
Okay, I actually want to show you real quick. So this is our shampoo and our conditioner, if you guys can see that. So everything's all natural. We do use what's called Castile soap. We have rosemary in here, aloe vera, mango, shea butter, thyme. If you go to our KT Beauty Boom page, you'll see me making a lot of ingredients because I go live. I'll shoot videos and I'll actually make the ingredients. So everything's natural. It doesn't have labels like you need to check with your doctor first or your physician. And also, Alexa, we can custom blend as well. So I'm able to custom blend shampoos and conditioners. If you have a nut allergy, or let's say you work at a job where you can't use hemp, I can custom blend as well. So we make to order, but I can custom blend.
That's the nut allergies because I'm like severely allergic to all nuts. So to know that it's like, I know sometimes when I'm looking at the store and something will say like almond oil or almond extract, I'm like, oh, I know I want to use that, but it can't, you can't because I didn't realize it actually affects your scalp. So
Right. You
how,
have a
especially
breakout.
with the nut allergy, yeah, how does that play a part in hair? Because I know a lot of people say almond oil this, almond oil for your skin, for your hair, for your body. How does something like a nut allergy or nut products play into healthy hair care?
Well, here's the thing: coconut, almond, those are really good oils for your hair because you know if they're redefined, they're natural, they're raw. They're really great oils, but some people have allergic reactions to them. So if you're right, you're gonna have a breakout on the scalp. And it'll be like a red irritation, or you're gonna have it, and you can actually get hair loss from skin irritations or breakouts. But that's how we're able to custom blend to leave those elements out. If you have that allergy, then some people can't can't use hemp because of work, or they because they have to do a drug test. So we're able to custom blend, which I think is really cool. We do run across people like you as well that have those type of allergies, but I think it's really cool that we can custom blend and you don't have to not get to experience, the full effect of having a natural product because there's allergic reaction to it.
And now, speaking of hair loss and allergic reactions, what are some of the main causes that would cause somebody to have severe hair loss?
Okay, there are a lot of different causes. What research has shown me from being in school, there's more than one cause. So the number one cause of hair loss is hereditary. It's called androgenetic alopecia. And basically that means it's a deficiency either on mom or dad's side that's going to cause hair loss. And that hair loss is typically caused by DHT, which is a sex hormone. It's the testosterone. So it's found in men, but it's also found in women. But that's the number one cause. You can't fight genetics. We don't try to do that. But we have a hair oil right here that has 42 different oils in it. So it has 42 different oils in it, but it's formulated to fight DHT. So back in 2015, they did a study. Rosemary, pumpkin seed oil, saw palmetto, black castor oil, black seed oil. These are some really good oils that are actually able to fight the DHT hair loss. Because right now, people don't know this. There's really nothing FDA approved for hereditary hair loss. Most people don't know that. There's nothing approved for it. So you're just trying whatever's out there, what somebody told you. But hair loss is not a one size fit all. You have to figure out what's going to work for you.
Right. And what would you say is the most important thing when it comes to healthy hair and retaining the hair, especially for cases where people do have like alopecia and stuff like that? What are some of the ways that people can really look into having a healthy scalp?
So what I would say is always read the first 5 to 7 ingredients on any products. It only takes products 26 seconds to get into the bloodstream. So just keep that in mind. Whatever you put here is going to go through your body. So that's one thing you want to look out for. Also look for ingredients that doesn't have alcohol in it or DTA. You want to look for things that doesn't have petroleum in it. So you want to get as natural as possible because everything you do could have long-term effects. Also, you want to not, because a lot of times you get what's called traction alopecia, which is common in African American as well as Hispanic women and sometimes Caucasian women. But it's where you have these really tight hairstyles and you have hair loss right along the edges. So you want to be careful with the weaves and the braids and the wigs and the glue. People get mad when I say this, but glue is never meant for the hair. Those quick weaves, glue is never meant for the hair. It's made out of latex. So it's going to pull your hair out. I don't care if you have a cap on top of that. It's going to pull. So pay attention to those type of things. That hairstyle is not worth your hair because at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're taking care of your real hair. That's going to be with you forever.
Mm-hmm.
So and then watch for the products. Watch for those type of things. That's what I would say.
Yeah, a lot of people really, I would say a lot in the Black community associate having good and healthy hair with being able to do a quick wash and go, do a quick twist out and stuff like that. Now, would you say that that's necessarily the case, or would you say like as long as because people think healthy, when people think healthy, they think no heat. Now, would you
Right.
say that that would be the case?
No, all hair is good hair. If you go to my Facebook or Instagram, my daughter has 4C hair. It's very kinky. It has no defined curl pattern. It's just she has beautiful kinky hair. I have 3C hair. So I can do a wash and go all day long. A wash and go is not going to hurt me. She can't necessarily do a wash and go, but I have a product for that. So we have a hair butter. I'm going to tell you about this hair butter. It's good for all hair types. If you go to my KT Beauty Boom page, I can make 4C hair curl. Chrissy hair will curl. Chrissy hair is down here, but I can make her curl like this. And this is a hair butter, and I have this funny. I have Caucasian women that use this product. I have Hispanic women that use this product, but it's made out of aloe vera, mango, shea butter, coconut oil. It has rosemary and thyme, but I can make that kinky hair curl, and just using one product, I can make it curl. So all hair is good hair. The texture of your hair does not define if it's good or bad hair. What defines if it's healthy or not. We want to make sure we're trimming regularly, make sure the scalp is right. Because if you have a lot of things going on with the scalp and you have bald spots or thinning edges or thinning spots, we want to fix that. So get the scalp right first and then focus on length retention.
Yeah, I could absolutely agree. Because when I was younger, I think I was like 4C. And then all of a sudden, my hair completely changed and I can throw some water in it and it'll curl like this. And I never wear my hair like this. And I was like, oh, okay, it can curl. I have a little bit of curl to it. Now, what would you say makes KT Beauty Boom different than all the other hair care brands, especially some of the well-known hair care brands, of course, like the Main Choice, Diva Curl, Carol's Daughters, and stuff like that?
I would say hats off to all those ladies because those are the pioneers that led the way. I have nothing but positive things to say. I thank God for them because when I didn't have my products, that's what I did use. That's what I reached out to. But one thing that makes us different is that we can custom blend. So in nothing, we're not in the store, so we don't have to stretch our products. A lot of products are being stretched right now with preservatives like alcohol, which we know over time is going to dry your hair out. We preserve our products naturally with rosemary and thyme. Those are what's called ancient medicines and aloe vera. So those natural preservatives will actually stretch your products without adding those ingredients to them. And then we focus more on hair loss and regrowing your hair back to get a healthy scalp. So our price point, honestly, it's a little bit higher, but you're going to get a great product. And I tell people this, you have to invest in your hair. We want to invest in everything else. People say, oh, you go buy the wig, And I sell weave, by the way. I know what it costs. I sell really good hair. But take that same money, nothing against wigs or weave, but it shouldn't be to where a wig or weave should be the exception, not the rule. It should always be I'm taking care of what I have, what God gave me. So what sets us apart is that we can custom blend. Most people can't do that. In other words, it's a one-size-fits-all with their products, whether it's the shampoo, the conditioner, the leave-in, or the hair oil. Not with us. Again, we can custom blend. In other words, you can get on the phone with us a consultation because I'm qualified to do a consultation with you. I can scope and do a look at your scalp and see what's going on, do a probe of the scalp, with a scope to see what's actually going on with your hair. And I can formulate shampoo, conditioner based on that, as well as custom blend your oils and your hair butter. So we can make a lot of changes, and then we can, get you on a regimen and see what's going on. We can look at your lab work if you're dealing with medical hair loss, which is very common too, because nobody reads. Like, in other words, you'll take this medicine for high blood pressure, but it's got a million side effects you forgot to read about. Because high blood pressure medicine can cause thinning. So can anxiety medicine, birth control pills, cholesterol medicine, all those different things medications can cause hair loss. Even a weight loss surgery can cause hair loss. They don't tell you that till after.
Mm-hmm. Now, would you say that your products, I know a lot of people in the African American community, and now reaching to other races, but they like to wear weaves, braids, wigs. Would you say that your products can be used with those protective styles?
Absolutely. We have and the funny story, we have a lot of clients. Our number one client is actually male. They're Caucasian. Most people don't realize that. I know it's shocking, right? So our products, I know my grandbaby is biracial, so our products actually can go across the board. Now, some things they can't use, but their hair butter and shampoo conditioner, yes, they can. And yes, our products work well with protective hairstyles. I recommend if you're going to leave that weave in, you need to make sure you're oiling your scalp. Make sure you are laying your edges down. Again, make sure you're taking care of what God gave you when that weave comes off, because you want that to be the exception, not the rule.
Yes. And how would you say that over the years since you all started, what are some lessons that you all have learned throughout the business? Because everybody loves to try new stuff, but you all have products that actually work. So what have you learned throughout the selling of your products and the success stories?
I would say listen to customer feedback, because one of the things customers have taught me a lot, Thelma, I can't read your label, so we changed the font. Or they'll say, Thelma, slow down because you talk really fast. We've ordered a bunch of, I'll tell you this, we've had to change the formula a lot. So first we were selling a 4-ounce oil, now we're selling a 2-ounce oil. So I have like maybe 3,000 bottles in my garage I can't do anything with. So and I tell people all the time, I never say my mentors say it's a learning lesson. It's a learning curve. You're going to learn as you go. Not responding quick enough to customers, making sure that I'm getting the product, out quick, making sure I'm not running out of things. So over time, it's just making sure you're taking care of your business. And if you mess up, admit it. Hey, I messed up. Company. So letting people know what's going on, so they do understand that we're not perfect. And then we had to hire people too, because it got busy. It got so busy for us over Christmas. We did a 50% off sale. It took a month to ship our product, and that's just being honest, because we got so many orders.
Mm-hmm. And now, what would you say has been like the success point? Where have you felt in your business that it's like, oh, like this is success right here?
Seeing the before and after pictures, seeing that you're really helping people. Because we do offer a 60-day money back guarantee. If it doesn't work, you can have your money back. I refunded one person. That's the truth. He wasn't using the product right, and we just couldn't get a regimen down for him. But I refunded one person, and we probably helped over maybe right at 10,000 people. So we have a large client base. We're doing well, and we don't have the followers, but we have word of mouth. Like, people just trust our company, they trust our brand, and we shipped out a big order. To the UK probably about 2 months ago. The lady ordered 4,000 bottles of hair oil. She has a what do you call that? She does hair. Her husband does hair transplants. So they ordered some oil just for the back of her, the hair transplant. So it's seeing the before and after pictures.
Yeah. And how do you all test your products? I know you mentioned that you sometimes have to change up the ingredients or change something in a specific product. How do you all test that it's actually working how it's supposed to work?
We test on each other, family, and then we have brand ambassadors. So we test on each other. And sometimes I'll give it away, and like I'll send out an order and I'll send a sample and I'll tell them, hey, this is a new product. I want your honest feedback. And so a lot of times it's customer feedback too to tell me if this is going to be a go or not. Like, we had a kids line coming out. I scrapped it. I'm going to redo it because I just couldn't get the smell right. Kids like smelly stuff. They want something that smells cute, and we just couldn't get the smell right. So we put it on hold for now.
So I know a lot of times parents with kids or newborns, especially young girls, sometimes struggle to do their kids' hair and figure out what products that they should use, and sometimes will use adult products. Now, why would you say it's important? Because you mentioned that you wanted to have a kids line. Why would you say it's important to differentiate having kids products and adult products?
You know what? Because a lot of times for adults, the ingredients is more harsher. A newborn that's a baby or 6 months old is not going to have the same aged hair as somebody that's 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years old. And you do want to be as gentle as you can with their hair, because this is where you get to mold and sculpt how their hair is going to be. It's all natural. You know, you don't, there's no relaxers, there's no weave. You are determining the outcome of that baby's hair based on what you do next to that baby's hair. So you want to use, again, natural products, because it only takes products 26 seconds to get into the bloodstream. Once it enters the bloodstream, it's going to be all over the body. So it's really important to use something gentle for babies. And that's why we scrapped it, because we're still trying to find a tearless shampoo, something, you know, a conditioner, something that's going to work really, really well for babies.
And would you say, I mean, you mentioned that it shapes, you know, how your child's hair is going to be in the future. Would you say that, well, two things. One is hair length associated with like a hereditary thing, or is it possible to grow your hair even though, like, let's say the rest of your family members don't have super long hair?
Absolutely. I have so many clients where the mom doesn't have, you know, she just genetically does not have long hair, but we're actually growing out the daughters and the kids' hair. I don't, you know what? I think it has something to do with genetics. I would agree with you, genetically wise, about hair, about the texture and the type. But I believe just using the natural resources that God gave us, you can grow hair long. Because there's a lot of black women have a myth they can't grow their hair long. But if you go to our KT, like my daughter hair is down to here, and she big chopped. She cut her hair to it was like she did the Angela Bassett thing. She cut it all off, and she big,
Mhm.
and she grew it back. But then when it was relaxed, she did have long hair as well. But my point is, absolutely, I have people that didn't believe they could grow their hair out using our products, and with proper maintenance, you know, hair maintenance, they're doing their trims every 4 to 6 months because it's natural. You don't have to trim as often, and they're taking care of their hair even when it's in a protective hairstyles. The hair is really long. Like stretched out, my hair is down to here. It's just, and people don't know this. The more shrinkage you have, the healthier your hair is. So
Oh, so I have healthy hair.
you do. The more shrinkage, the healthier the hair is.
Wow. That is so interesting. I feel like there's so much that the Black community especially is missing out when it comes to hair, because, you know, there's always been that, you know, growing up, the bad hair stereotype,
Right.
especially when it comes to different races. So knowing that there's brands like yours and your daughter's where we can go and shop, and it's not only for Black people, anybody can use these products, like you mentioned, majority of your clients are Caucasian men.
That's
So
right.
I think it's really good. Now, where can people shop your products?
They can go to www.ktbeautyboom.com, or if you're on Facebook or Instagram, you just click the link in the bio and it'll lead you straight to the website. We do have an email address there as well as a phone number. So if you have questions about products or you're not sure, and if I'm available, you can make an appointment or Chrissy can speak with you. But on the website, I do give you a lot of information because I want to educate you. What's lacking a lot of times with products is the education behind it. And so that's
Mhm,
why people just think, oh, I got to throw some weave in. I don't know how to do my hair, or I'm watching a YouTube video. You know, you gotta be careful with YouTube because a lot of times there are a lot of girls now that can do it wash and go like me. They have 3C hair, 3B hair. They don't have 4C hair. Well, you can't use
mhm.
the method as 3C. You got to use the method that's for your hair. So just be careful with that. But we do educate you a lot because Christy hair is totally different than mine. So we do a lot of education as well because I think when you educate people, you give them the knowledge, they can find the right products.
Absolutely, and how can those people who are beauticians or work in salons reach out to you to use your products on their clients?
They can reach out through Facebook or Instagram, but the website is www.ktbeautyboom.com. The email address is support@ktbeautyboom, or you can just call us at 713-331-3551. We do wholesale and we do bulk orders as well because we have a lot of beauty shops and barbers that are using our products on their clients.
Absolutely. Well, I need to get my hands on some of these products because I'm like, I'm one of those people who's like, we'll figure out what to do with your hair today. I'm actually getting ready to dye my hair, my natural hair, which I've never done in my life, a
Oh,
different color. So,
wow.
speaking of hair dye, do your products also support people who do have colored hair?
They do. We support people that have color treated hair. We have a lot of people that have made what I say self inflicted hair issues. Here's what I mean. They did the weaves. They did all the chemicals, all the bleaching, all the dyeing, all the lifting. They've done all the highlights. I mean, you just taking your hair through every single thing. So now the hair is what I call recovery stage. Now we're fixing those hair problems, the split ends, you know, getting the scalp back right, helping you to actually grow your hair back, helping you with the thinning issues. So we have a lot of
Hmm.
what I call hair recovery. I say just be careful with dyes. I will look for something as natural as possible because you realize when you actually dye your hair, you're going to weaken the hair strands and the hair follicles. You're going to change the state of your hair. So just keep that in mind. And then when that color grows out, you got to figure out what you're going to do when it starts growing out too. That's just all. There's things to keep in mind. And I would
Absolutely.
to make sure that, you know, if you already you deal with allergies already, you got to be very careful what you put on your hair so you don't have an outbreak.
And for those people who are watching, don't do it yourself. Don't color
No,
your hair yourself.
no, don't do it
Please
yourself.
don't
Go
do
to a
it.
professional.
Don't do the peroxide in the hair. Don't do the
No,
Kool-Aid in the hair. Go to a professional. You're getting all of these tips on ways to keep your hair healthy. Don't do it yourself. Whatever you're
no,
doing.
don't, because what you when you dye your hair, you're going to change the state of the hair follicles, everything's going to change. And if that's not the best product for you or for your hair type, then you're going to have to it takes time to repair. You know,
Mhm.
you have to fix the hair and fix the scalp back. And that's going to take time. I mean, another thing too, I want to say real quick, it's not an overnight process. If you're having
Right.
damage for years, no one can give you an overnight miracle. That
Yes.
kind of got into that situation. Is it with these quick fix?
Patience is a virtue.
And be consistent on products. Be consistent and be
That's That's the other thing, consistency, because a lot of people will say, "Well, I'm gonna use this product for 1 month, and if I don't see anything, then I'm gonna, like, mix in this product or this product." So would you say that your products are able to be mixed in with some, like, let's say if somebody's using their favorite edge control, but they also wanna use something to make their hair curly, would you say that your products are mixable with other smaller products that people might wanna use?
It depends. Now, by the way, we make a great edge control, so you don't have to shop on it. Get everything off the website. But it just depends, because I have people that'll say, and I'm not gonna call, I won't name any brands, but they'll be using a brand that's full of chemicals with ours, and they'll come back and say, "Well, tell me it didn't work." Well, no, ma'am, it's not gonna work if their product is full of alcohol and full of chemicals I already told you not to use. So no, it's not gonna work well with those type of products. I wouldn't recommend mixing them. It's kind of like oil and water; they really don't mix. And you got to decide, are you going to use natural products, or you want to still dabble with things that are full of chemicals? Because over time, it's going to break the hair shaft down over time. People don't realize that.
Absolutely. Hair, people like to say it grows back, but you still want to make sure that you're taking the best care of your hair as possible, because it's a lot of people use it as a staple piece. I know I like to change my hair up and use it as
Right,
like an outfit. Hair is like an outfit. So
right.
if any of you out there need hair products and you've been looking for ways to maintain your hair and do it healthy, and of course support a black owned business, look into KT Beauty Boom. You wanna get your hands on it. So thank you so much, Selma, for your time.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna actually be shopping your website because I need some stuff myself.
Oh, we would love to have you, and I always send free products. If you do, give us a shout out. We always send free products when I'm running promotions. Remember this too, guys. Hair is just a fiber. You control what goes on with your hair. It's just a fiber, and you control the outcome of your hair or what you do to it.
Absolutely, I love that. Well, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you for
We really
having
appreciate
me. It
it.
was a pleasure. Take care.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, bye bye.